Welcome to this week's Forex Forecast. Let me know in the comments down below what pairs you're watching this week, and don't forget to check out the YouTube or Patreon membership for my daily chart analysis. Alright, starting things off with the US dollar. The past week, the institutions added 581 longs and they got rid of 1,700 short positions. Weekly supply is still in control here. That is why we are seeing a down move in the US dollar. And all of my Forex Forecast videos from last year, the same thing is happening right now, where we are stuck in between supply and demand. We have demand down here on the daily chart. We have supply up here on the daily chart as well. So I'm still just waiting for the evidence to show me where is price headed. We're either going to break this zone to the downside or we're going to break to the upside. I am personally waiting for that to take place before making any true trading decisions. Euro USD, the past week the institutions added 456 longs and they got rid of 4,600 short positions. If you are going to go long, I would target right before this daily area of supply. I would target 1.141. If you're going too short, I would target 1.126 just before this demand area on the daily chart. There is not a very clear direction on the euro. Me personally, what I'm waiting for, I personally think the euro will be going up. So what I'm waiting for is for this high to be removed here. This is a 4-hour chart. So once we break above this high, we will have a 4-hour uptrend, and then I will simply be trading the 4-hour, 1-hour, 15-minute sequence, looking for set and forget trades on the 15-minute chart. I'm just not a huge fan of trading in this overall range that we're seeing on the 4-hour chart. It's very difficult to trade in a range like this. So I'm waiting for that range to break out. If it breaks out to the downside, what I'll be waiting for there is for clear lower lows and lower highs like this. Then I'll be trading the 4-hour, 1-hour, 15 to the downside. But ultimately, I think we will probably go higher in the euro based on the fact that the DXY is in weekly and a monthly supply. All right, looking at gold, XAUUSD, the past week the institutions got rid of 7,200 longs and they also got rid of about 5,500 short positions. We did have new daily demand here, but price actually broke that, so now we are forming new supply right here. If you are going to go long, I would target right before this supply at 1810. If you're going to go short, I would target 1780 before this demand. To me, it looks like we will be going downward on gold, but I really don't see that many good trends on the 4-hour chart yet. For me to be shorting gold, I would have to wait for this 4-hour area of demand to be removed first. Then I would maybe hop on short with a 4-hour, 1-hour, 15-minute trend. But at the same time, keep in mind gold is overall in weekly demand, so we could see gold spike up at any time. So I'm not really recommending trading this one, or you could actually be looking for confirmation. So in weekly demand, so you could actually wait for something like this to take place, remove this supply, maybe have a new demand zone here where you could look to go long in the 4-hour chart. And if that happens and you want my demand zone, definitely check out the YouTube or the Patreon membership. It's only $5 CAD per month. You can get my chart analysis on a daily basis. It can certainly help you with your trading by using my very accurate supply and demand zones. So check that out. Links are in the description. Hope to see you guys there. All right, USD Japanese yen. The past week, the institution added 17,500 longs and they also added 8,300 short positions. If you look here on the daily chart, we have a very clear daily uptrend. We've had this supply zone removed, which has created this demand zone here. I'm not a huge fan of this demand zone. I think it's definitely decent. With a daily uptrend, you can certainly look for 1-hour confirmation in this daily area of demand here. If you're looking to go long, I would target 116.5. If you're looking to go short, I would target right before this daily area of demand at 115. Ultimately, what I might be doing is looking for 1-hour confirmation in the zone like this. I think that is the best bet. And what that's going to look like is the removal of this downward trend line, and hopefully there will be more supply zones here in the 1-hour chart, where if we get that shift in momentum to the upside, hopefully there will be a nice 1-hour zone right here. So that is what I'm waiting for on USD yen. I think that is the highest probability option, is to, like I said, just wait for this daily demand to be contacted. GBPUSD, the British pound. The past week, the institutions added 2,800 longs and they got rid of 8,661 short positions. We are contacting this daily area of supply right here, coming off of this daily demand down here. If you're going to go long, I would target maybe, I don't even know if I would be going long around this daily supply, but you could target 1.368. If you're going to go short from this daily supply, I would target 1.335. I like to give targets on both sides because I know not everyone agrees on direction. That is why I give targets on both sides. And real quick, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, everything. I would much appreciate it. Let me know what pairs you're watching, and definitely check out the Patreon YouTube membership. It would be much appreciated. At least let me know in the comments down below that you made it this far, and leave a like. That's all I ask. Anyways, so like I said, those are the targets for me for long. What I'm personally waiting for, since I'm most likely only going to be trading the 4-hour, 1-hour, 15-minute sequence in 2022, I'm waiting for this high to be removed up here. It's basically almost removed at the time of making this video. There's still an hour and 10 minutes left in this week. Once that's removed, I'll be on the 15-minute chart, because we will have a 4-hour, we'll have a 1-hour, and a 15-minute uptrend, as you can see in my alerts right here. And then I'll be on the 15-minute chart. I will be looking for set and forget trades. And if you don't know what I mean by set and forget, I did a video recently on that. Definitely check it out. I have gotten a lot of good feedback on that, and you can see exactly what I look for when trading set and forget. All right, USDCAD. The past week, the institutions added 68 longs, and they got rid of 623 short contracts. If you look here, we're at daily demand again, coming off of this daily supply right here. That is the power of my supply and demand zone. So if you're looking to go long in this area, I would target 1.277. If you're going to go short, I would target 1.25 down here. That's what I'd be targeting right now. I really don't see any decisions to be made on this daily chart. What I'm personally waiting for is for this low to be removed on the 4-hour chart. And just like the British pound, like I was just talking about, then I'll be on the 15-minute chart looking for possible little hidden zones in here for set and forget trading to the short side, and I will be targeting 3 to 1s. That's what I'll be doing, because right now price is just sideways. So once we have this low broken, we'll have that ability to draw that trend line, and we'll have a very clean downtrend. So that's what I'm waiting for on USDCAD, and be very, very patient. But I'm also going to be cautious of the fact that we are still in daily demand. Aussie dollar. The past week, the institutions got rid of 4,200 longs, and they added 3,372 short positions. We are in daily demand right now, coming off of this daily area of supply. If you are going to go long in this daily demand, I would target right before this daily supply at 0.724. If you're going to get in short, my target is down here at 0.706. I'm not a huge fan of getting in long in this area. You could look for 1-hour confirmation. You kind of got it right here, but I'm not a fan of this type of zone. For me, I think the best option would be to wait for this supply to be removed and then get confirmation possibly. What I'm personally waiting for, just like on all the other ones, I am waiting for, we actually have a 4-hour downtrend right here. What I'm waiting for is for new highs to be formed on the Aussie on this chart, which will give us that nice clean 4-hour uptrend, or possibly something like this will give us a little bit of a 4-hour uptrend. Then I'll be day trading the 15-minute chart. That is all I'm personally going to be doing on the Aussie, as I think that is the highest odds. And why? Because we have a weekly downtrend right now, but we are in monthly supply demand. So it's very possible that we do see the Aussie go up from here. I'm just waiting for trends to play out on some of the lower time frames. All right, USDCHF, the Swiss franc. The past week, the institutions added 2,200 longs, and they also added 3,400 short positions. If you are going to go long, I would target right before this daily supply is 0.932. If you're going to go short, I would just target this little quick target before this demand at 0.915. If you look here, we're clearly in a sideways market on the USD Swiss. What I'm personally waiting for, we have a 4-hour uptrend right here. One of the members alerted me of that today. Thank you, Kurt. Shout out to you. We have a 4-hour uptrend right here. So what I'm waiting for now, since we have a 4-hour uptrend, is I'm waiting for this 1-hour to continue its uptrend. So when this happens, then I'll be on the 15-minute chart looking for, you know what, set and forget trades. So I'll put an alert up here at the end of me making this video. We'll have a 1-hour uptrend, and then I'll be looking for 15-minute set and forgets. That is the highest odds thing in my opinion to be doing, especially considering that, you know, the weekly sideways, the daily sideways. So be making trading decisions based on those time frames is not very high odds in my opinion. So like I said, just waiting for a 4-hour, 1-hour, 15-minute trend to continue. All right, last but not least, crude oil. The past week, the institutions added they got rid of 7,300 longs, and they also got rid of 1,700 short positions. If you're going to go long, which I'd be careful, we are in weekly supply, I would target 82.847. Short side, I would target $75 a barrel. Daily momentum is clearly up. I don't really want to call it an uptrend just yet, but like I said, we are in this weekly area of supply, so I'd be very, very careful going in long. It might actually be better for a new high to be formed and then look for longs, because we don't know if that supply is going to hold. What I'm going to be doing, just like the theme of the video, I'm personally waiting for this high to be removed on the 1 hour chart. Then, like I always say, I'll be looking for set and forgets on a 15-minute chart. But just like I said, keep in mind, weekly supply is in control right now. But in my opinion, I do think it is going to break based on the strength of this trend and the fact that down here, monthly demand became in control. This is a monthly demand zone down here. Monthly demand is stronger than this weekly supply. So I have a evidence to believe that we will be breaking this high and that we will going to new highs on oil. So like I said, just waiting for those smaller time frame trends to start playing out, and I'll be hopping in trying to day trade crude oil. Hopefully you guys found this weekly Forex forecast helpful. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like and check out the Patreon or YouTube membership if you need help finding your supply and demand zones. It's only $5 CAD per month. Hope to see you guys there and hope to see you in the next video.